when I see the way they built around the freak, shooters everywhere, second best players on the team is Chris Middleton. You're not going to win without at least one more all-star, of course. You need another all-star, but you don't need a superstar with that style in the modern NBA. You can surround Simmons with smart shooters, right, and some bigs who can defend the rim and also shoot, like Brook Lopez. And you can imitate what Milwaukee did with Simmons, maybe even long run, if Simmons stays healthy, better than Milwaukee's doing it, if he continues to develop. Embiid, I don't know, because the modern game does not favor that kind of big or bigs, period. I don't know that you can build around him quite as successfully, and beyond that, the injury history troubles me. Stephen A., if Simmons' health checks out, I think you could get a premium for a player as excellent as Embiid in the offseason. I would do it and build a team around Ben Simmons.
Not only do I think you're wrong, I think you're utterly insane. Joel Embiid is 25 years of age. He's 7 feet. He's 250-plus pounds. Tremendous footwork, tremendous scoring ability. Averages 23 right now, has averaged 27 last season. He can put the ball in the hole, and he's only 25 years old. I am not trading Joel Embiid under any circumstances. I'm holding on to that, brother, because guess what? He can shoot perimeter shots. He can play in the open court. He runs the break. He finishes at the basket. I think he needs to be even better low post, and I think that's a direct result of Brett Brown's coaching more than anything else. Again, I'm not trying to cast aspersions on Brett Brown like I want him to get fired or something. I hope he's coaching the Sixers for years to come. He's a good man. He's a good coach. But I think he needs to be great. I think he needs to upgrade his capabilities and his cachet from a coaching standpoint with Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons, because I think that if he were better as a coach, they'd be better as players. It's just that simple to me. I'm not letting go of Joel Embiid. I don't find that every day. Not that skill set with that size at age 25. Remember, when Steph Curry was playing, when he was younger, he had these chronic ankle injuries. He was going through that, okay? The Golden State Warriors prioritized doing everything that they could to make sure that his health would improve. I suggested the Philadelphia 76ers invest in your medical staff. Do whatever is necessary to get the dudes that are already there additional help. Whatever level of expertise you can muster. Do whatever you have to do to prioritize getting Joel Embiid in peak health condition. That would be my priority so I could keep him. I am not giving away that dude at age 25 with that skill set. Well, hell no.
I understand why you would say that.
And neither is Ben Simmons.
I understand.
And neither is Ben Simmons.
I understand why you would say that.
I feel the same about both of them.
I got you, and they play very well together. You could see, like, that's what makes them great when they're on together. If Embiid had a clean bill of health, or if I believe, first of all, he's a giant. You know, Embiid is not normal size. And we know, like, the Lakers usually don't draft giants, but they've had a bunch of the greatest big men ever, because what they do is they let someone else draft those guys, and then they see through attrition, right, who's still standing when the contract comes up. Then they go grab Kareem or Shaq or trade for Powell or someone like that. They want to see who holds up to the rigors of being a big, even in the modern NBA, where it's not as rough down low as it used to be. I don't trust Embiid's health. I don't know that it'll ever be to the point where he can fully exploit his potential. And I think you will get a premium for him for every reason you just mentioned. He's totally excellent in a variety of ways. He should be the most well-rounded center in the history of basketball, right? He has that kind of package. Over 7 feet, big body, soft hands, has moves in the post, can defend the rim, can shoot from the outside, can play defense. He's great. He's totally great. But I don't trust his health. And when I look at Ben Simmons and I look at the Freak and what they're doing in Milwaukee, every year Antetokounmpo's gotten better. And as they built around him, every year the numbers went up till right now he has the highest PER in the history of the game. Right now, if the season ended today, ahead of Wilt, ahead of Jordan, ahead of LeBron's best seasons. That's how effective it is to build around a guy like that. And when I look at Simmons, he's kind of flatlined that way. His development hasn't been, and Simmons' package in certain respects is even better than the Freak. I would choose him.
What are the right players you would put around Ben Simmons if you were going to build a team around him?
I mean, just think of Milwaukee, but make Bledsoe a little better, right? You're talking about ideal. You want to put shooters around around. You want a big who can defend the rim and shoot. Doesn't have to be a great defensive player, but Brook Lopez is a great example. He can defend the rim and he can shoot. You need a 2-3, like a wing player, who hopefully can get his own shot and certainly shoot it. Everyone else has to be able to shoot it because Ben Simmons can't. But, Stephen A., you could get a haul for Embiid in the offseason. A haul.
Stephen A., I know
First
you're
of all,
Team
you
Embiid.
can't. That's ridiculous. You can't. Hold on, Raj. You can't do that after what the hell you just said. You can't go through all the all the things that you just said about Joel Embiid and then turn around and say you can get a haul for him. I mean, if you feel that way about Joel Embiid, why let him go? And if you don't feel that way about him because of his injury, why would he get compensation for him? You're not going to get compensation for somebody that is injury prone. That's number one. Number two, I'm saying invest in the health of Joel Embiid. Max, you just admitted on national television the other day that you're not going to get but so much for him if his health is questionable. You said that. So now today is different? The fact of the matter is that's what happened. His health has been a question mark. No, I let you talk. I let you talk a long time. The bottom line is,
but you're putting words in my mouth that I never said.
When it comes to Joel Embiid at 25, well, excuse me, I said that. That's what you said the other day. You said, quote, you're not going to get but so much if Joel Embiid continues to have question marks about his health. Right
well,
now,
the value will decline if the health issues persist, of course. That's why you do it in the offseason, this offseason, while he's still perceived a potential MVP.
So here's the question. If Joel Embiid was healthy, do you think that he should, if he were healthy, I said if he were healthy, Max, would you still feel he should be moved?
No. If I had confidence in his health, I would want to keep him.
Right.
Okay, but other teams, but Stephen A., teams who don't have a player as good as Embiid, and there are a lot of them, right, are willing oftentimes to take risks to acquire one, even if they feel it's imperfect or comes with some red flags, because if you don't have that kind of player, you don't have a shot. So there are teams out there who think if we could land an Embiid, we'd have a shot.
Not giving up stars to do it. Because if you're going to lose Joel Embiid, you better get a star in return.
Yeah.
All right.
But you can give up an all-star to get what you feel like could be an MVP. You get up an all-star, a rotation piece, a draft pick, if you think what's coming back is an MVP.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.